Now for some analysis, we've got Marco Greenberg, founder and CEO of Thunder 11.
Marco is the co-founder of a very successful communication shop called Thunder 11, and I have witnessed firsthand his creativity, his bound energy, but perhaps most important, his heart. Marco has done a fascinating study of success and power and influence called Primitive.
It's a little bit career book, a little bit self-help, a little bit business with some memoirs sprinkled on top.
And what we're trying to get across in this book is that it's really time that we reclaim the primitive nature that we have in the most positive sense and really use it to leapfrog ahead in our professional lives. There are another two archetypes, right? There are those that are primitive, which are those that march to their own drum, as we discussed. But the flip side of that are people who are more civilized. Those are people who are more hierarchical, who are more measured, who are more process-driven. And it's a spectrum out there. But I think the point is we need both. We need that yin-yang, that zigzag, especially in organizations, to help take us to the next level.
We say primitives are roaming like our ancestors, right? We're relentless, we're oppositional, we're agnostic, we jump from field to field. We're messianic, we believe that we have a higher calling in terms of a professional life. We're insecure, we're a little bit nuts, crazy in a good way, and we're gallant. We do care about the other.
And like a lot of doers, when someone stands in your way, you resist, you become combative. You insist that you have a path, that you have a right, that you're gonna go through that door no matter what.
I would say forget a lot of what you learned in college. And you're taught to specialize and major in one area. You got to major in a bunch of areas right now. I've worked with Fortune 500 CEOs and many members of the Forbes list and crazy artists, mad scientists. And I realize that they have something in common that goes beyond the common nomenclature of today, which is someone is a disruptor, a change agent, a maverick, a rebel, etc. Yes, these people march to their own drum, they're free spirits, but the idea of primitive is something I think more profound, and it goes back tens of thousands of years to our primitive brain. And yes, I'm reclaiming a very loaded word, but I mean it in the most pure, in the most positive sense of that which is intuitive, that which is innate, that which is instinctive.
There's a line in Israel, it goes something like this.
You are not correct, and I will explain to you why.
I'd like this book to be a book that hits a chord that other business and career books do not, that helps people who are really at a critical intersection in their own lives and are looking to be understood, are looking to transition to a different area. The reality that we were facing a few months ago has been turned on its head. And whether it's the global pandemic, whether it's racial injustice that Kathy referred to, whether it's staggering unemployment figures, this is a time when the civilized rule book doesn't always work. In fact, probably isn't going to work that well at all. So it's time to, in the words of an uber primitive Steve Jobs, think different.